You know what color I look really out of shape in is flesh color. It is brutal on me. My birthday suit needs more suit. But it's my fault, I don't like to exercise, I don't think a lot of us do. That's why there are personal trainers. The person you pay to make you work out at the place where you already pay to work out. Doesn't sound like a pyramid scheme to me at all. You can also throw money right in the garbage for a small fee. I don't have a personal trainer. Really? That's a shock. You do that all yourself? One time I joined a health club and I got a free personal trainer session. The guy was like, all right, why don't you tell me what your workout goals are? To not work out. Goals? I'm just here so I won't eat for an hour. Can we drop this charade? Why is your shirt so tight? Is that part of the interview process? What are you, a medium? Here's an extra small. Now head out there and be condescending. I feel sorry for the personal trainers that are out of shape. What's their approach? You should work out, I don't. You don't want to end up looking like me. My favorite machine's the vending machine. Hey, want to go halvesies on a Snickers? Those things are awesome. I probably need a personal trainer. I didn't work out today. That makes she's 3 decades. Occasionally I will work out. And I'm one of those people, whenever I do work out, I immediately have grand plans. I'm gonna work out every day. And then the next day I'm like, well, not every day. I gotta let my muscles breathe a little. I'll work out every other day. And then the next day I'm like, I'm happy with the way I look. I don't wanna get caught up in that beauty culture. It's hard. It's hard to get motivated. It's hard to get to the gym. I actually live across the street from my health club. It's across the street. It's open 24 hours a day. Still can't get there. I knew I wasn't gonna go. Even when I joined, during that initial tour, they're like, here's where you can do sit-ups. Never gonna happen. We have free weights. Too hard. We offer hot yoga. I'd watch. I was telling myself I'm gonna do that. Go in there and watch a hot yoga class, bring a bag of potato chips. Not even in workout clothes. Dressed as Spider-Man. Excuse me, sir, I'm auditing. I might take this next semester if I'm not too busy fighting crime. It's hard to get motivated. You ever go to the gym and not work out? You just kind of wander around, should I do the elliptical or the... I gotta go. Sure, I burned some calories putting this outfit on. Even when I am working out at the gym, I'm really just watching television. I'm on the elliptical, Food Network. I'm gonna eat that. I'm pretending to hike up a mountain while I watch someone make a lasagna. That's like going to an A meeting in a brewery. Hi, I'm Jim. Is that a keg over there? It's discouraging when you see how few calories you burned, right? You're like, 50 calories? What's that, like smelling a Big Mac? Well, back to Iron Shaft. Thank God for those televisions. You ever catch yourself watching someone else's television? You're like, you're not even on a piece of exercise equipment? Are you waiting for this machine? I'm just waiting for this show to end. They're making brownies. Can I grab a swig from your water bottle? Brownies make me mad thirsty. It's hard. I don't understand it, Here's something fun to do next time you have to wait for a treadmill. Just start jogging in place behind someone using one. Can I pass? To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box to the left. You just don't know about me. I don't understand the appeal of a lot of the exercise equipment. Like the Stairmaster? How'd they ever sell one of those? Hey, people love walking upstairs. I'm pretty sure people hate walking upstairs. Well, hear me out. These stairs are different. They never end. You'll never reach the next floor. Well, what's appealing about that? Eventually you die. Then you don't gotta walk upstairs no more. Hey, can I also interest you in a bike that goes nowhere? Why would you do this stuff for free when you can come in here and pay me to pretend to do it? It's so simple. I always feel like I go to the gym at the wrong time. You know, it's like packed. The only machine available is that one that simulates the gynecological exam. You know, the Sharon Stone machine, right? Never see a guy on that, do you? Occasionally there'll be a woman on there refusing to make eye contact with anyone. They're always like, because there is no appropriate facial expression for this machine. You can't be like, yeah! Woo! That burns! You also can't act like it's too easy. Huh? This is nothing. I got the strongest crotch in the room. Not even feeling it, fellas. Whenever there is a woman on that machine, there's always a creepy guy stretching nearby, just like, hey, what's going on? Is today Friday or Saturday? I've been making so much money I can't keep track. There should be no talking to strangers at the gym. Yeah. I'm always baffled when I'm working out and someone tries to talk to me. It's like, what's the logic? He's sweating, he's breathing hard, he's got headphones on. Seems like he wants to chat. What are you listening to? Homie, instructions on how to kill you. And some of the noises people make, they're like, do you mind? I'm trying to watch Dog the Bounty Hunter here. Why are you sweating? It's air conditioned in here. You're the reason we have to wipe off these machines. Of course, the most annoying are those people in exceptionally good shape at the gym. I'm always like, what are you doing here? You're done. What are you, rubbing it in? Luckily, there's always one or two people at the gym you look at and you're like, don't bother. You're wasting your time. I spend too much time in hotels, I do, yeah. Sometimes at night I find myself thinking of the hundreds and hundreds of interesting people that have stayed in my room, and then I'll just get up and sleep in the tub. Because that's nasty. You couldn't give away a used mattress, but we'll pay $100 to sleep on one for a night. Thanks, Priceline. Here, let me slip on this robe someone else wore 12 hours ago. Ah, luxury. The amount of denial we embrace when we stay in a hotel is staggering. If you knew a stranger used your bath towel at home once, you'd be like, burn it and bury it in the backyard. But we get in a hotel and we're like, Sure, the business guy before me only dried his elbow with this towel. We change, entitlement, we become lazy. You see that around the minibar, right? You're like, $8 for a Coke? No, it's either this or walk down the hall of the vending machine. He's got time for that, I'm naked. I'm always naked in my hotel room. Hey, it's not my couch. There is always that realization, maybe I'm not the first person to do that. Because you're never the first person to do anything in a hotel room. The 10 Commandments were based on what's already happened in your hotel room. That's why there's a Bible in there for references. You're like, oh, that happened too? Oh, no. I'm sleeping in the tub for sure. We change in hotels. We all kind of turn into kleptos. We're like, what can I take in here? Time to make some money back. Looks like I don't have to buy shampoo for like a day. Ka-ching! The only toiletry I don't take is the shower cap, yeah, because I'm one of those weird people who likes clean hair. I've never even met anyone who's used a shower cap, probably because they all died 80 years ago. If you are the oddball who's going to use a shower cap, you probably brought your own, and a few extra for the rest of the Golden Girls. Some hotels treat you like a klepto. You go in the closet, they have those hangers with 2 parts of the tiny baby head so you don't steal them. Oh, really, hotel? You don't trust me with the real hangers? Well, just for that, I'm gonna steal the whole damn closet. Let's see how this room works sans closet. This is how I would carry a closet. That's not how you carry a closet. It's the worst closet carrying I've ever seen. There's always that plastic bag for the hotel laundry service. I did that once. It would have been cheaper to have my credit card stolen. $10 to wash a pair of underwear that cost $3. What'd you clean it with champagne? I do love that wake-up call, right? How'd that start with someone like, yeah, my mommy's not here, so I'm gonna need someone to wake me up. By the way, no one tucked me in yet. Go for a story. You got Goodnight Moon down there? How about Harry the Dirty Dog? That's a good one. I seem to stay in a lot of hotels that have the indoor swimming pool. You can always tell a hotel has an indoor pool because their lobby will smell like a bucket of bleach. Do you guys have an indoor pool, or did someone just clean up a murder scene? Because my eyes are bleeding, and occasionally I'll hit the indoor pool. That's always relaxing, right? Until anyone else shows up. Because then you're just in a gigantic tub, essentially in your underwear, with some stranger lurking there. The polite thing to do is ignore the other person. Because there's nothing you can say at that point that doesn't sound creepy. You can't be like, hey, hop in. What room are you staying at? I didn't shower before I got in here. Kind of count this as a bath. Sometimes they have lounge chairs. Yeah. Who's lounging around an indoor pool? After this chemical bath, what do you say we grab some fluorescent light? Breathe in some poisonous fumes, towel off with a dish rag. Think about it. Maybe I'll buy you a drink from the vending machine. You don't have $8 and quarters on you, dear. Whatever a stranger's doing in the hotel pool is immediately annoying, right? Like that guy that swims laps, aren't you always like, settle down, spazzo. You're at the Ramada, not the Olympics. And if you're a guy over the age of 30 by yourself in the hotel pool, you automatically look like a murderer who's just relaxing after he strangled a family. Yeah, that dad was a tough one to kill. What room are you staying in? You ever been in the hotel pool and there's a couple in there making out? It's always charming in romantic comedies when a couple kisses in public, but when you're sharing the same water, it's icky. You're like, don't mind me. This isn't awkward. What room are you staying at? Of course, no one loves the hotel pool more than kids, you know? Whenever I see a little kid in the hotel pool, I just think, I am swimming in a toilet. It's the first time a kid can multitask. I can play and pee! This is amazing! What room are you staying at? I just love the characters you'll see in a hotel pool. Occasionally there'll be like a sweet old lady, someone's great-grandma, 90 years old, paddling around. I haven't been in a pool since the 30s. Why do old ladies always swim like this? If my hair gets wet, I'll melt. Good thing I brought my shower cap. I made this suit out of curtains upstairs. What room am I staying in? Speaking of swimming pools, my brother has an above-ground swimming pool. As if you didn't think I was white trash already. You don't really swim in an above-ground pool. You just kind of wade around with a beer. It's just like a regular pool, but not relaxing or fun. I guess I'll head to the deep end / middle. Woo! There is no graceful way to get in an above-ground pool. You always look like you're sneaking into a giant cup of tea. I hope the Mad Hatter's not in here. But I love those above-ground pools. It always looks like the owner couldn't make the commitment. You know, I like to swim, but I also want to destroy the value of my house. I need something to go in between the abandoned car and the refrigerator without a door. What to do? I've been trying to swim a lot, you know. You always hear swimming's the best exercise, but have you seen how fat whales are? And whales, they're like swimming all the time. It's not working, whales. Not working. Travel a lot. I'm constantly going through security, always behind that person that's never left their house before. They always want to ask me questions like, can I bring soup on the plane? It's homemade soup. I'm like, you should ask them. For an ID, can I use a fishing license? You should. Should I take off my shoes and my pants? Yes, you should. Airport security is annoying. It's nothing compared to international travel, like going through customs and immigration. That's so intense. They're dressed like SWAT team members. I always get so nervous. I'm like, do I have heroin on me? I don't even know what heroin looks like, but I might have accidentally packed some. There's that mini interview with the customs agent. What do you plan to do in our country? Murder people. You got me. I wasn't ready for your trick questions. I always feel like an idiot when I travel internationally. Some of it is I don't know the metric system. It's not like I wasn't exposed to it. When I was growing up, they're like, learn the metric system. Everyone learn the metric system. Big switch coming up. And then 10 years later, they're like, never mind. It's too hard. It's based on tens. Let's go buy an SUV. So now I can't ask a distance when I visit another country. I'm like, how far is that? They're like, that's 500 kilometers. I'm not in the Olympics. This isn't a James Bond film. What's it in normal speak? I don't speak any other languages. I have friends that speak Spanish and French and Portuguese. I don't care. I speak English, the language Jesus spoke. At least he did in the movie I watched. I always love doing that joke. There's always a couple of faces in the audience like, don't say that. Because you travel internationally, you realize some people don't like Americans. I mean, the Canadians like us, and the Israelis like us. The Australians like Americans so much, it makes you question their judgment. You should read some of our history. But I get a kick out of what Europeans don't like about Americans. I was like, you Americans are dumb, you know nothing about Europe. It's not that we're dumb, we're just not that interested. Sorry, I don't want to learn more about your windmill country. He's gonna get a wooden shoe in his ass. First time I did that joke, the whole front row was Dutch people. And they didn't care, they did, I don't know, they have no emotion, it doesn't matter. He's the most anti-Dutch comedian ever. Obviously, I love traveling internationally. The only negative, too many foreigners, right? The weird thing is you travel around the world and you realize pretty quickly people are the same wherever you go. Wherever you go, there are good people and there are Russians. See, the reason that's funny is because we were all raised with this bigotry towards Russians. I have a friend, he was born in Russia. He moved here when he was 3, and I still think he might be a spy. We don't know. The best is when you're visiting a country and someone thinks you're a native. I was waiting for a cab in Stockholm, and this Swedish lady turned to me, and she was like, Bjorn Borg, Bjorn Borg. That's not what she said, that's what I heard. But I knew in that moment that once this lady found out I was American, she was going to be disappointed. So I just decided that I was not going to speak any language she spoke. She was like, Bjorn Borg, Bjorn Borg. And I was like, ah, 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 ah. She was like, tu parlez-vous français? I was like, ah, 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 ah. She was like, do you speak English? And I was like, that woman is now my wife. It's just like the Notebook. What? Still there. I wouldn't mind being in shape. You know who was in really good shape was Jesus. Nothing like the topic of Jesus, take the air right out of the show. That's what he would have wanted. Hey, when you bring up my name, I want people to be really uncomfortable. And it's not just the Christians. Everyone's like, too soon. It was only 2,000 years ago. Let it breathe, buddy. But Jesus was in amazing shape, which is especially impressive considering he could multiply bread whenever he wanted. Boom, pretzel bread. The Bible doesn't specify what type of bread he multiplied. I imagine it was pretzel bread. Boom, pretzel bread. Boom, garlic nuts. That's why he had all those followers. Come on, maybe I'll make some focaccia bread. This is how people walked in biblical times. They were really into that Beyonce Formation video. How many Beyonce references is he gonna have? But who knows? Maybe Jesus could multiply the bread, but he had no control over what type of bread it was. He was like, you want some bread? Boom, pumpernickel. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Still free bread, everyone. Let me try this again. Boom, Melba toast. That's never happened before. That's the big guy playing a trick on moi. Of course, Jesus was multiplying the bread to illustrate a point. He was like, I can give you bread that can feed you, but I can also give you bread that can feed your soul. But you know, everyone was like, yeah, I'll just take the food bread. I prefer the food bread to the soul food bread. Unless that's what you call cornbread. Because I love corn. Can you make pizza? I love pizza. I realize religion jokes make some people uncomfortable, especially the ones that are going to hell. Don't you dare! Get back to your regular food jokes.